Hey everybody, welcome back to Mimi's Mixed Bag. Today I'm going to start a craft project that's going to require some of my husband's help, but I want to go ahead and show you the beginning stages of it. And I wanted to make something for my front door for January. And I came across these two projects on Pinterest, and what it actually was a ghost holding a boo banner. And then I came across this little snowflake hanger thing, and so I decided to make a snowflake holding a banner. And so between the two projects on Pinterest, I came up with this. I kind of combined the way they both looked, and the pictures are on my phone, but I video with my phone, and so I really can't show you. But if I go upstairs on the computer, I maybe can show you the two pictures on my phone. But I want to go ahead and show you the beginning stages of what I'm going to have to get my husband to help me with. Alright, here's the piece of wood that he bought me at Lowe's. It's a 2 foot by 2 foot piece of plywood. And let me go ahead and zoom in on the tag on the board just so you can see exactly what he got. If that will help you at all. But it's just a real thin, I don't know, it's not got any ridges or anything in it like paneling or anything. He said it was about $4 is what this cost. And so what I did is, at the center of my board, I just took a ruler and found the very center of my board, and then I just took a yardstick and drew out, a big X, and all the way into 8 sections. I divided my board up into 8 pieces of pie, so to speak. All right, and then from there, from the center, I measured 12 inches and put a dot. And then from the center, 12 inches, put a dot. And on that dot, I would put a bowl there, and then that would give me my rounded, one of the little legs of my snowflake. And so you can see as I pull back that I have 7 little legs of my snowflake. And then up here at the top, I made this one a little longer, so that because there's going to be a little hat that goes on that, and that's a hat and a face, and so it is a little more detail on that top leg of the snowflake. But I'm going to have him cut out all the black lines, and then I'm going to paint it white, and then I'll get back with you after that. Oh, and let me just tell you that he's going to cut this out with a jigsaw. So if some of your husbands, or if you are familiar with hand tools, I think he bought a scroll saw blade to fit on his jigsaw. Because he said, a jigsaw would not cut it out as smooth. So I believe that's what he said he bought. So I'll get back with you after he gets his cut out, and I'll probably have it painted white. Okay, I wanted to come up here so that I could show you on my phone the two projects that inspired this door hanging project. And so the first one is a little felt ornament that is a snowflake, and it is made into like a little snowman, and they put a little scarf around its neck. And so that gave me the overall idea of the shape that I wanted my door hanger. And so I thought that was awfully cute. And the second pin that I had in mind was this little ghost made out of burlap or muslin or something. And it's holding a little pennant, and I just thought that would be so cute to have it saying 2015. And so between those two projects is where, I come up with the one that I'm making now. And so now we'll go downstairs and see where I'm at in the wood process. All right, let me go ahead and catch you up. This is the next day, and I got my husband to cut out the wood, and I get in such a zone, I almost forgot to go grab my camera. But anyway, he did cut it out, and you see that, this little leg of the snowflake is a little longer, and that's going to be the face of the snowflake. And so I just, and I'll be honest with you, after he cut that piece of paneling out, that is not the best wood to use on this. I don't know, maybe, you may have more of a woodworker at your house and know the best type of wood, but this paneling was kind of splintery. But once it's painted and it's all, embellished up, it won't be very noticeable. But I can tell you that it's not the best wood. You could even use some of that inexpensive foam core board that you cut out with an X-Acto knife. I don't see why you couldn't, because it's going to be outside and it would be even more weatherproof. But anyway, but here's what I've got so far. I painted it white on both sides. I grabbed some kind of baby blue. I don't have my glasses, but This is just some old paint in my stash. It was kind of a country blue color, and diluted it a little bit with white and kind of did a snowflake design. Not sure if we want to add a little glitter or some kind of glitter it up a little bit. But this is kind of, I'm looking up at it. So this is going to be the face, and it's going to have a little banner that it's hanging that says 2015. And so let me show you what I got over here I've gathered up. This is an old blue sweater that I pulled out of my closet, something I hadn't worn in years, and I really didn't want any kind of blue or green. I strictly wanted something blue or something not Christmas because I didn't want it to look Christmassy. But I just cut the sleeve out of one of my sweaters and threw the rest of the sweater away. And I'll show you when I get it on the, and what it is I'm going to fold this up kind of like a toboggan hat, and then I'm going to secure it. And I cut some fringe at the top, and I'm going to take another little strip, this little strip right here, and it's going to make the fringe of the hat. And then I took another little piece of the other sleeve and cut a little scarf and fringed the edges. And so I'm going to tie that around the neck of the snowman. And I just took some black fabric and cut out some little pennant shapes. And I had a silver a silver Sharpie, and it really looks just like chalk on the black fabric. I'm not going to hem these or anything. I've got some ribbon here, and I'm just going to hot glue these little pennant shapes onto the ribbon to create like a little like he's holding like a banner. And so, and you know, these numbers aren't perfect, but that's, you know, that's the way it is with homemade crafts. I mean, I think that makes the, you know, that's what gives it its charm, is that it's not perfect. I'm not a perfectionist, and so I like the look of the numbers being just a little off and kind of primitive looking. So, and anyway, I grabbed up a couple little embellishments I had. I had this little baggie that was actually a little angel ornament kit, and the little beads are real snowflake, like little snowflake looking things. And so I may use those, I'm not sure, but I just grabbed them thinking I might add it to it or something. Not sure what I want to do. It might add a little dimension to it. But anyway, that's what I've done so far. And so I'm going to let this dry a little bit, and I'm going to try to work on painting the little eyes and the nose and the mouth, and then I'll get back with you. I decided to kind of glitter. I had some glitter glue that I just kind of used my hands and kind of spread out on top of the snowflake design, and I kind of made it a distressed look so that if it is imperfect looking, it's supposed to be that way. So, and also I had brought my snowflake design up a little too high, and that little V right there kind of looked like the mouth, and that didn't look good. And there's a scarf that's going to go around its neck, so I decided just to paint over that. I'm going to let that dry and kind of glitter over it again. And I'm not a painter at all, and so I practiced on my eyes a few times, and I got those well enough. And so now I just got to put a little mouth of some sort, but it's going to probably take at least an hour for that white paint to dry. So that's a little update, and I think I'm going to hot glue these little beads. These little, let me grab one here. These little snowflake beads into all the little joints of the snowflake. It just will add a little dimension, and I think I'm going to like the look of that. So anyway, I'll get back. Okay, I want to show you how I did my little banner. I have like 3 little pieces of ribbon, and so I just tied it and folded them in half and put a knot right in the center, and then did another little knot on both sides just to kind of hold them together. And so I know that my 0 and my 1 can be centered up on that knot. So, and I just really did the knot so that I could glue the little piece of fabric onto the ribbon. So I'll show you in just a second. Okay, I'm going to flip this over, and this might make a little more sense. I tied knots in there just to help hold the 3 strands of ribbon together, so that when I just hot glued the little number on there, they would kind of stay together, because I'm going to tie a couple extra ribbons on the end. So nothing special, no sew, just cut some black fabric, and I'm not sure, I really want to put something in between these 3 little pennants just to kind of finish them off. Not sure if I can try to find some little rhinestones or something, but that's my little pennant. All right, this is the finished product. This is my little snowman snowflake, and I think it turned out pretty cute. I'll move in just a little closer, and I do apologize if you can see my reflection in the window or in the door, because I am in my house coat. But I wanted to get you some, I wanted to wait till this morning so you could get some natural light. But there's my sweater sleeve that I made into the hat, and got a little face painted, and I had some of those two extra large of those little snowflake beads that I put on its cheeks, and I had an extra large pearl that was part of that angel ornament kit, and I made that the nose. And so I did hot glue those little beads to the ends of the snowflake design, and so I think it turned out pretty cute. If I choose to keep this, I can just change the banner out, so I can put it up in the attic and change the little banner if I want to display it again another New Year's. So I think it turned out pretty cute. It's certainly not painted perfect, which, you know, that's the good thing of kind of making it handmade, is that you really don't know any different. So I think it turned out cute. So I hope you enjoyed it. I think it's really cute on the front door, and it's pretty good size, and we live a pretty good ways off the road, and so you can see it, still see it pretty good. So I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it inspires you to make something similar or something like it. And so Happy New Year, everybody. Bye-bye.